OD'd. 3 times I was creeping down the decline. They don't need a rewind, homie, that's the old me. By nighttime I was sipping on my 4/5. My right mind up and left and now I'm hopeless. 6 pills had me questioning the reverend. Every Sunday was like my 7th intervention. 8-ball had me playing with my 9th life. I made 4 but I'll be high when the time's right. I spent through what I never meant to, but I need them 10 blues even though the rent's due. I was stocking my shelf with 11 different bottles. Walking 12 steps is difficult with the wobbles. The S on my chest won't stretch if I'm bothered, cause breaths of regret was the death of my father. Society's lied to me, all that fuck shit jeopardizing my sobriety. First 25, I was dying sitting idly. Last 6 years, I've been thriving in the rivalry. I was trying to cope with the dope I was siphoning. I was at a hope in the rope that was tightening. Wrapped around my throat, I was trapped up in a boat with no map as I float downstream like bad piracy. Irony, now my demons wish they had privacy. I'll be in their ear like I'm here, come fight with me. I will be relying on my pride, fighting tyranny. Despised by the guys who prescribe the propriety. I put the simple green to triple beams. That means I clean the slate to negate crippling misery. Then I lean on fate and the brakes broke instantly. Now it's time to turn a fucking ripple to a symphony. So y'all ate the new cam. I remember selling Percocets for some food stamps. I remember working my flesh till my hands bled. I remember flopping like a fish in my damn bed. Then withdrawals had me boxing like 6 walls. Ignoring missed calls when my skin crawled. Reminiscing every fix with my fist ball. Thinking about all that sniff raw with a stiff jaw. 1 time for the junkies who owe me. 2 times for my bunkies who OD'd. 3 times I was creeping down the decline. They don't need a rewind, homie, that's the old me. By nighttime I was sipping on my 4/5. My right mind up and left and now I'm hopeless. 6 pills had me questioning the reverend. Every Sunday was like my 7th intervention. 8-ball had me playing with my 9th life. I made 4 but I'll be high when the time's right. I spent through what I never meant to, but I need them 10 blues even though the rent's due. I was stocking my shelf with 11 different bottles. Walking 12 steps is difficult with the wobbles. The S on my chest won't stretch if I'm bothered, cause breaths of regret was the death of my father. Fuck a vibe and a hype beast. You ain't gonna find one like me. I don't run, I don't hide. That's 10 toes down on board like Christ feet. My psyche's in light speed. Thoughts on mock while I jot through the process. Hot as a rock in the pot getting processed. Plots on knives, I don't stop for the nonsense. I used to sell dope for the profit. Now I sell hope, I'm a prophet. I was trying to cope, but I lost it. I was tying that rope till I crossed it. Paul Bunyan with the blue ox. Off-white, not Nikes in the shoebox. 2 blocks and a knot in the tube sock. It was eating my soul like shoe rot. Now I'm feeding my soul, that's the doo-wop. All the days it was caged like a new dog. I'm amazed that I came out the gulag. I'm unfazed, I was raised in the boondocks. I break back to the bread broke. You can never take back what I bled for. No pats on the head like Bledsoe. Almost tapped to the meds, but I said no. Been abused to the core, but I choose to endure. I ain't losing no war like a red coat. Now my head woke. Putting on for the have-nots and bad spots and burnouts who turn out the struggle when they dead broke. This life's what you make it. The strife that you fight is the price, not the payment. The vice you entice is your right to enslavement. You won't respect shit until you save it. 1 time for the junkies who owe me. 2 times for my bunkies who OD'd. 3 times I was creeping down the decline. They don't need a rewind, homie, that's the old me. By nighttime I was sipping on my 4/5. My right mind up and left and now I'm hopeless. 6 pills had me questioning the reverend. Every Sunday was like my 7th intervention. 8-ball had me playing with my 9th life. I made 4 but I'll be high when the time's right. I spent through what I never meant to, but I need them 10 blues even though the rent's due. I was stocking my shelf with 11 different bottles. Walking 12 steps is difficult with the wobbles. The S on my chest won't stretch if I'm bothered, cause breaths of regret was the death of my father.
back to niggas who used to text me. Just text me, always on my phone, know where that check be. And I've been through some shit and it affect me. Cutting up in traffic, rockin' D, that's how you actin'. I was waiting on the bag, as soon as it hit, I'm getting active. Tired of fucking with my family, know some friends, they like my family. Got the time to take a trip, I'm on my shit, let's go to Cali. Let's bring it back for Diddy, I'm the hardest in the city. I keep that shit 1,000, hit the mall with all my 50s. I'ma spoil you if you with me, I've been wrong, but now I'm shitting on anybody who play with me or treat me like I'm different. Turn the suspect to a victim, turn the bus pass to a busy. Niggas sitting in the house when there's a drought, you niggas silly. Keep my eyes on my own paper, niggas hate I make a living. I'ma reach my destination, I ain't gon' stop until I get it. They used to make me look bad, got grams inside the book bag. I used to want a scooter, met a nigga and I took that. They like how I maneuver, I don't be moving like your bitch ass. Now everybody shooters, niggas eating where they piss at. Real go shit, bitch. Check this out. You see how I'm coming? Fuck out my way, bitch. 3-2 phone. Yeah. I've been on their ass since November. I've been down to my last, but I ain't quitting. I was walking out of class, I'm with the bippers. Time out, get on my ass, you know I'm dipping. And before they hit the flash, I'm getting busy. You know everything is faster when I'm pushing. I would never spend my last on no pussy. I've been dripping, I've been flashy, got them looking. I like bitches who get nasty when they sucking. Take it out and then I ram it in they stomach. I like bitches call me daddy when they coming. Rockin' D, yeah, I'm the hardest in the booth. I promise to get my all to get it true. I've been scarred, know my heart has been abused. Giving sauce what it costs for them shoes. I'm a boss, no I'm far from them dudes.
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Hotep's Been Told You After Party. Give yourselves a round of applause because you could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with us, and we really, really appreciate it. What's going on, Jay?
What's good, Cannon? How you living?
I can't call it. Long day today. Long day. I got off late today, man. Holy smokes. Yeah, I ain't getting the house till like 7, somewhere around at 7:30. So, yeah, man. I'll tell you, I just had a long day. Anyway, if you're new, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we live, guys. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. If you want to donate to the channel, Super Chats, Rumble Rants, always welcome. Or if you want to donate to the Cannon Hotep 300 Blackout Fund, that's $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App, guys. $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Also, you'll see in the pinned chats, guys, my daughter got a little fundraiser going on with some popcorn. It's, it's going to her dance, her dance. What is it like? She do competition dance, yo. And that shit expensive. Oh, yeah? Competition dance is expensive, bro. So, they trying to make it easy on us parents, so they selling popcorn. It's that good popcorn too, y'all. It's that real good popcorn. It's that fancy artisan shit that everybody likes to get. Even the movie theaters are selling it now. But if you feel generous, click the link in the top of the pinned comment, and help my daughter out. Anyway, man, I tell you, bro, there's a lot of shit going on, bro. A lot of shit going on. They trying to arrest Donnie T for clapping cheeks on a porn star and try to say he campaign financed it. He over there laughing all the way. You know what I mean? It's Friday. Now he still ain't in jail.
It's not the 28th.
Right. I know, right? I'm like, Jay said the 28th, something gonna go down. Let's see what happened on next Tuesday. But
yeah,
you know what I mean? But like, he still ain't in jail yet. You know what I mean? Apparently now they saying that some document came out that Cohen basically was saying, yeah, no, I used my own money for this and I wanted to get reimbursed. Right. So now we know, now it seems like it wasn't no campaign finance, and now it still seems like Cohen is perjuring himself once again, which, you know, is par for the course for him because, you know, he's a convicted perjurer. So it's just fun. It just seemed like the DA's case is falling apart up there in New York. Old Alvin, you know what I mean? You know, I don't know what he doing up there. He just trying to make a name for himself. That's all. What are you doing? What you doing, Alvin? Huh? What you doing? Why don't you go stop people from getting brutally attacked in the middle of the street? How about that? Why don't you stop all them strong arm robberies? They fucking flash mobbing fucking Rite Aids and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, the Michael Rappaport. Yeah. Where he was.
Right.
What was he saying? My man right here or something crazy like that.
Yeah, it's Christmas in January. Like, shut up. You ain't do shit. You just sitting there recording. Like, man, all I'm saying is,
what are you going to do about it?
Not a goddamn thing.
Do something.
He just going to fucking just make a video.
Rattle some gums.
And that Rite Aid shut down too.
Did it?
Yeah,
dang.
That Rite Aid shut down.
This is crazy how all these stores are shutting down. Especially you see the Portland. They always coming out with this list of Portland, Seattle, these other spots where they have rampant crime. And what we were talking about, the lack of what was it? City prosecutor or city the DAs doing it, and then you have the they're not being represented when they come before the judge, and they're just letting them back on the streets. So they have that issue where they're just shutting down the businesses. Both the private, both private owners and some of these big businesses like Walmart and other places shutting down shop out there in those spots. Yeah.
Bro, it's been a weird fucking week. So check it, right? So we had some crazy stuff happen. So was it yesterday? No, it was 2 days ago. 2 days ago, yo. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. So yesterday, somebody ran another car off the road on this beltway here called 695, right into a construction zone, killed 6 people.
Yeah,
killed 6 people.
That's sacrificial.
And then the person just kept going. Not the person that hit him, but the person that ran the other person off the road. 6 people.
They catch her though.
I don't know yet. I gotta look into it. But
okay, I was reading about it earlier, and they had her name, the woman that did it, so they must have caught her.
It's enough.
They had her name.
Had to have. It's enough cameras on 695. They had to see where she went.
It was a father and son was a part of that mix too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, sad to hear, man. 6 people dead, just like they're getting hit in there in the highway. They're trying to do their work.
Shut traffic down. No, I was in traffic forever yesterday, trying to get home. I'm like, what the hell happened?
First thing I thought about, I was like, where was Cannon when all this happened? Because I always see going that same around that same way, and then I saw that they said that the woman took out 6 people and killed them with her car.
Yeah, I was at work, but I was coming around and I was like, yo, what is, and then my little brother hit me. He hit me earlier that day, but I didn't even see it. So I'm looking, while I'm sitting in traffic, I looked at my IG and I'm like, my brother sent me I'm like, oh, that's what happened. I was stuck in that traffic. It took me, I think I got off of work at 4. I got home at 7. That's how bad the traffic was. You know what I mean? And it's sad, prayers out to the families and, and I hope they caught her, because that shit's crazy. You do that shit and then you keep going, that's fucked up. Then the same day, some dude drove his car into the harbor. I'm like, how'd you do that? How'd you get your car in the harbor? To where as though we got this place called Phillips Seafood here. The sous chef jumped into the water and rescued the guy, broke the window out and pulled him out of there. I'm like, what the hell is going on with people, yo? You know what I mean? Are people really not paying that much attention while they driving now?
Mm.
You know what I mean? This shit is just crazy.
So wow, yeah.
Then you had matter of fact, here go right here. Look at this.
Driver in Acura. You got it up on the screen?
No, this is for the Good Samaritan.
Oh, the harbor.
Yeah.
The Good Samaritan rescued the driver of the car. Okay.
So look at this shit.
Gotcha.
Fair use.
Fair use.
Come on with
Oh, here we go with some
goddamn ads. Golly mighty.
To start off with some music that's copyrighted for sure.
Oh, guarantee it. We get two. Oh, get the fuck out of here. There we go. Where's the sound?
Out how a car ended up in the Inner Harbor this afternoon. Witness J.J. Farley sent this video to TV11 News.
You see all these people next to a railing. Like, how the hell he end up in the harbor in the middle of it? How?
Happened just before 4:30. 11 News spoke with another witness who says the hero who helped save the driver is a sous chef from Phillips Seafood.
I seen a Phillips worker went in the water, had to use something to bust the window open. So when he finally got the guy out, somebody else had to use one of those orange ropes and help the guy out the water, and the Phillips guy.
Both the driver and the rescuer were taken to hospital. Stay with 11 News to keep you updated on their
Yo, they had a whole
conditions.
record, yo. They had a whole record had to pull that car out. I don't even know how that car got in there. It was just in there. I'm like, yo, people really not paying that much attention to here. I don't know what's going on with people in these streets nowadays. You know, you really gotta be like an offensive driver. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and you know, Hotep with it just said that he just texted on Twitter. He said that he witnessed a head-on collision today, and he said the people that were involved in it, he ran over there to it. And he said the people involved in it could use our prayers. So prayers up for that, Hotep with it, and for those families of the victims of these incidences. In the year of doubles, you got to see it, and it's crazy. But you got to be safe out there at all times. That's just you talking about some defensive driving.
Yeah, like it's crazy, man. It's sad, to be honest with you. It's sad as hell. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with people. People really not paying attention out here, bro.
We're gonna have to see what kind of charges come down for the woman, or if they let her go. The lady that killed these 6 people. Yeah. This reminds me of whenever oh shoot, let me turn up a little bit. Remember when the woman that was nursing out there in LA ran over all those people with her car? She went straight through them and killed a bunch of people. Yep. It reminds me of that. What it sounded like. She just came straight through, barreling through.
It's some sad shit, bro. And that's the thing, right? I remember I had to do that shit one time too. I was just driving, and this car cut this lady off. It cut her off to where she had to take this sharp turn, and then her truck flipped. So then I pull over and I run over there, and she in shock inside the truck. But then I look in the back seat, I see a car seat. So I immediately, oh shit, she got a baby in here, right? Yeah. But the windows was tinted, so I could vaguely see the car seat. So then I run to the other side, I bust up because I didn't want to hit the window where the car seat was at. I hit the back window, boom, looking there, no baby. I'm looking through the back of the car, make sure the baby ain't get ejected and none of that shit. No kid. I'm like, where's your kid? Where's your kid? She's like, she had just dropped the kid off the daycare. So I'm like, all right, great. So then I run back to the other side, and I bust the rear window out right behind her seat. I reach in, recline her seat, pull her out the car. And then I get she like hyperventilating, going crazy. So then I try to calm her down, put my coat over, because I forgot what I was watching, where they say you got to kind of like rub some, like the chest, and then like put something warm over them to kind of bring them down.
Oh, so for the hyperventilation?
Yeah. So as I'm doing that, this dude come run up the street, he EMT. So then I back off and I let him do his thing till the police get there, and then I just dip. I get home, I see the news. Some nigga done took credit for all the shit I did. Some dude, I seen him there, but he was just standing back there just looking. He said, yeah, I did this and I did that. I guess he saw that I left and I wasn't nowhere around. So he was like, I'm going to go ahead and take credit for all this shit. I was like,
get on the news.
I was just happy I was just happy she was all right, though. You know,
that's
I just
laughed.
I said, this nigga just took credit for all the shit I just did. I just thought this shit was hilarious.
That's that's what hey, that's what happens though. But oh well.
Right. I thought that shit was fucking hilarious, bro.
What's wild though is whenever there's people on the scene, like so in here in Oklahoma, like it was a couple years back ago, there was a crash right outside my house or one of my properties. So there was a crash with these vehicles, two vehicles hitting each other. And once they did that, it's Oklahoma. A large group of people all descended upon the car real quick to break open the windows and ripped the doors off and everything, trying to get that woman out because the car was all crumpled up. Yeah. But they did it with their hands. And you think that adrenaline and everything is like, it's like superhuman almost, you know, like they punched the windows with their hands, with their fists, and yanked the doors off. So two guys yanked on the door and ended upon the whole door off. So I'm like, that high intensity situation brings out that incredible hope in people.
They
so
say that.
Was you feeling that endorphins or in everything? Was you feeling all that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it felt like I instantly knew what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like it just all that shit just happened organically. Yeah, instinctually. It just happened. I wasn't really like, I don't know if I ain't gonna say I was outside of myself, but like I guess it just instinctually happened, and I just did what I thought, or I what I guess naturally knew what to do, and then I didn't think nothing of it anymore. I didn't want the lady to suffer or whatever, or if she was in there suffering, I just ran over there. A lot of people was just standing around looking until a couple of other guys
looking with their looking faces,
looking with their looking asses. You know what I mean? Looking with their looking asses. You know what I mean? So I was just sitting there like, you know what? Let me hurry up and get this done. But then as I started doing stuff, the more people started jumping in to help. You know what I mean? And that's and awesome. Then I didn't think nothing of it. And jeez, this thing is acting a fool. Hold on, there we go. Boom, there we go. I had to put this because but anymore. I didn't. I'm trying to figure out why it's doing this. Hold on. There we go. Speed it out. Boom, there we go. I had to redo the Twitter one. The Twitter one always acting up. Like if you don't start one time, it should just time out and then that's a wrap. So I had to fix that one. Anyway, but yeah, so it's just crazy. But you remember the story where the lady, I guess the car flipped over and her kid was trapped and she just fucking turned into the Hulk and she lifted that bitch off the kids?
Yeah.
I was like, damn. But they say that when adrenaline and your intestine, like when that shit hit like that, you do gain superhuman strength. You know what I mean? Like that's just, I think that's the thing. I noticed it like when I played football, you know what I mean? Or when I wrestled and I got angry, I was strong as shit. You know what I mean? So like, I think that's a legit thing. But this shit right here with the car going in the water and then the lady running the person off the road with the road work and 6 people, that shit was just sad, yo. That shit was sad. So, but did you hear the Tiger King is running for president?
I mean, he getting his grift on, right?
Yo, the Tiger King running for president.
Pete Buttigieg ran for president, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He had no cool ass name like Joe Exotic. I'm sitting there like, yo, this shit is hilarious. What if he like gained some ground, right? What if people so fed up with politics that they fucking vote Joe Exotic in? They go, fuck the left and the right. Joe Exotic is my president.
People are too entrenched in their little gang. It's like Crips and Bloods. It's red versus blue, and they're not gonna leave. They're not gonna leave their political stranglehold over their minds. They love it too much. People love that indoctrination.
You think so?
Absolutely. Look, I was saying earlier, I worked in Obamacare here in Oklahoma. 750 employees. Now, 99% of them were predominantly black. Not one Hotep in the whole bunch. I was the Hotep there. Everyone else had Hillary Clinton in the bio. If I was around for the masks, they would have had the masks on and everything. I mean, no one. Here we have the internet and all this time, and everybody's still asleep. And they were all saying we're gonna go vote for Hillary. But people love their indoctrination too much, especially in whatever area they are. If they're watching a lot of TV and radio that's telling them all this, that, and the third. And then, their auntie or their grandmas tell them this, that, and the third. They go through the old school programming. They're not going to escape that and be like, they would think, oh, I'm going to waste my vote voting for someone like Ye or someone like Joe Exotic or a third option or a libertarian.
Yeah.
They'll think that, oh, I'm letting Joe Biden down. I mean, we saw these same jokers out there doing the salsa, the cha-cha, and the two-step for that man.
Yeah.
And what has he turned around and done for anyone? Oh, Zelensky, he got reparations.
Oh yeah, it's his new side chick. Y'all, like I said in the beginning, y'all gave up the booty on promises, and now that nigga ain't returning y'all phone calls. That's what happened.
Ice Cube hasn't seen the inside of the White House
at all. He not going to.
Remember he had his list.
Yeah, he had his list.
If he calls the White House, they're gonna hang up on him.
But I just laugh with this whole Joe Exotic thing because, like, he been trying to get out of jail. And apparently you can run for president in jail. So people, I don't know why they going after Donnie T trying to get him locked up because his ass can still run for president in jail. That's why I think it's hilarious.
But Joe Exotic's not going to get on the ballots.
You never know.
Donnie T going to be on the ballots.
Bruh, could you imagine it, though? Maybe Emmanuel Presley said Tiger King and Santos 2024.
Sounds about right.
That'd be the equivalent to President Camacho from Idiocracy. That'd be the first step right there. Joe Exotic might be the Antichrist.
Shoot. I think America will be through before we get to the point of even having a President Camacho or whatever that character's name was from Idiocracy.
Yeah,
I think we're on our last leg right now.
Yeah,
you see how you see Putin and Z were talking about wanting to move on to the yuan, right? They were wanting to move away from the dollar and move into the yuan, using the Chinese currency. I think was the yuan.
Oh, where?
Yeah, when they had that big meeting, when they had the meeting of the two characters and they came up with each other, and then they said,
"Oh yeah, you're right."
They said we're gonna keep. They said, "What do you think about the dollar?" And the press, I mean, the news press is coming out of those two spots, where that the dollar is falling off.
Yeah. The dollar is falling off. It is. It has been.
We're in a monetary. It's not a monetary recession, but there's a negative cash flow out there in these banks, like I've been saying. It's a negative 2% right now. And whenever you see that, you see a default depression take place. We might just be a couple months away from something like that popping off, especially if people start running to the bank and trying to pull. And that's one of the things that they were saying that was a part of the protest. Remember I mentioned, they said if Donnie T gets locked up, some conservatives said that they're going to yank their money out of these banks.
Yeah, Protocol said BRICS, and then Super Carlo also said, he said Gina ain't playing. BRICS trying to get Mexico to join in. Yeah, so I heard that like the BRICS system, they trying to back a currency, they trying to have an asset-backed currency.
Why do we have the Fed coin?
Right, they trying to go with an asset-backed currency.
It's to watch over our banking system as it collapses, because we're going to have to reset it out. With the default depression coming on the way, things are going to be hard economically, and you're going to have these truck supplies like we had last time. These truck supplies and that diesel fuel, that's going to be an issue, especially with the lack of chickens and meat coming down the line.
Yeah, I don't know about like Hybrid XRD says it's the de-dollarization, and we're in a liquidity crisis. But apparently, what they trying to do, I guess, with BRICS is have an asset-backed currency. They're trying to back their currency by gold again. That's what it sounds like to me. If they do that, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be
a lot of gold came up missing on that day in September.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it did. A lot of gold came up missing on that day in September. All I'm saying is this: you gotta watch out for China and Russia right now. That's all I'm gonna say. You gotta watch out for China and Russia right now. They're about to start making some power moves. So let me see. Super Carl says the dollar's gonna get real high first as all these countries settle their last contracts in U.S. dollars. Bro, I don't know. It's gonna get weird, but I don't. The thing is like, what's the safe bet? You know what I mean? Is crypto the safe bet? You know what I mean? Do you go buy gold and silver? You know what I mean? That's the interesting question. You know, I don't know. It's gonna get interesting, guys. All I'm gonna say is this: is make sure you got your food and your water, and make sure you got something to protect your chicken, and just be prepared for it, man. Like I don't know where you should put your money at. Like right now, I know a 401k ain't the best place for your money right now. You know what I mean? I was talking to my supervisor. We was talking about the 401k that like the company I work for has, and I was like, yeah, it's great. I said, but the market is horrible. I'd be scared to put any money in the 401k right now. I'm gonna lose it. It's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
So I don't know where you put the money at. All I can say is y'all just be prepared for the worst, guys. Start learning how to not farm, but like, you know what I mean, like grow your vegetables and hunt and all that other shit, because shit gonna be getting real scarce. We fucking gonna be eating pigeons. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, they at the world. Okay, so when the World Health Bank and the World Health Organization came together, they were talking about the food shortages, right? But they brought up that one scientist. Remember, the one scientist he brought up, was it a doctor or whatever? He brought up the fact that there's those ticks out there. That if you get bit by those ticks, you get allergic to meat. And some of the other characters was saying, what did they say? The quote was, "We can use human engineering to make it the case that all of us will become intolerant to meat." That was the quote at the World Health Organization thing when they were meeting about the World Bank and the food shortage crisis. I think that was it 2019, 2021? Those in the chat might remember what doctor was saying that, but he said we can use human engineering to make it the case that all of us can become intolerant to meat. Now, you say if they do that by expanding GMOs, then we have soy, insects, and lab cell created clean meat, like what Billy meat. G was working on. That's the food alternatives. That's the road they taking.
Yeah, Jonah says, I'm single. He said, I'm single, no kids, and 45. Leave me to be picked apart by the animals when they catch me. Yeah. Super Carlos says, they want us not wanting meat. Bro, yeah, that's it. Nah, I'm sorry. As long as there's little bunny rabbits and deer frolicking, I'm going to catch me something eating. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Because, like, this soy stuff is fucking people up.
See, but this is the thing though. If they hit us off with that tick, if they take that tick and they make a serum out of it, that will, every time you try to even eat a burger, you would start getting nauseated and want to throw up, and you would say, I can't eat it. I can't eat the meat. It was just like our different people's symptoms when they caught this stuff and they couldn't breathe, they couldn't taste, they couldn't smell. Okay, that's the same. They're going down the line. Next, you can't even eat meat without feeling nausea if that hits you.
Let me see. XRP says they would like an asset-backed currency, possibly a tokenized currency backed by gold, silver, or oil, other hard assets and commodities. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought I heard. Emmanuel said, bro, Texas will go to war before they go vegan. Yeah, Super Carl, that's right. Pigeons originally came here as meat or food. Hopefully, possums, but eat the crap out of those ticks. But yeah, I remember, because I think like in France or something, they ate pigeon. Pigeon was like a delicacy or some shit like that. I wouldn't want to eat no New York or Baltimore pigeons. Them shits is fucking disease.
Is that right? Well, horses was too back then. Horse meat was very common. Also, you go to the local horse head. That's what they called it, right? And they had the horse head right outside the building. You go in there and get you some horse meat.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do in the apocalypse. Mr. Egg gonna get it.
I knew he was. This man.
A horse is a horse, of course, until I get hungry, goddammit.
Yeah, then he become a full course, huh?
How you become a full course? Oh, from a horse to a full course. There you go. But did you hear about Uganda? Uganda's anti-LGBTQ bill that would impose death penalty for aggravated homosexuality. Aggravated homosexuality draws condemnation. It's aggravated homosexuality.
They grabbing on people.
This is from I guess isn't it just sexual harassment?
So, no, I mean if they grab, they cornering people.
Oh,
I don't know.
Rape. Anyway, CBSNews.com says the United Nations rights chief on Wednesday urged Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni, I guess his name, to block an anti-LGBT bill passed this week that prescribes harsh penalties, including death and life imprisonment. The passing of this discriminatory bill, probably among the worst of its kind in the world, is a deeply troubling development. Volker Turk, the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, said in a statement. Uganda's legislature passed a bill late Tuesday in a protracted plenary session, during which last-minute changes were made to the legislation that originally included penalties of up to 10 years in jail for homosexual offenses. Damn. Damn. Uganda said, we ain't having that shit. You know what? In reading that, how y'all feel out there, LGBTQ community in America? Y'all motherfuckers out here, y'all talk so much shit on America. America is so oppressive. America is so anti-LGBTQ. You dumbasses live in a glass bubble. You in a glass dome. Y'all want to move to Uganda now? Cause they ain't having that shit. They done joined the ranks of like Afghanistan and Iraq and all them.
Wow.
You ain't going to Uganda and becoming a fucking... You ain't getting that shit. They ain't having it. But y'all over here talking shit about America. Because we don't want y'all talking to our kids. We don't want you up there fucking indoctrinating and grooming our children. We don't want no... what the fuck is it called? What the fuck is it called? Drag Queen Story Hour. We don't want that shit.
They need some Thomas Sowell Story Hour.
Right. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. We don't need to learn about what different types of made up genders that you fucking made up. They don't need to learn about fucking masturbation and shit like that in kindergarten. That's all we want. Leave our kids alone. Let them be kids. When they become adults, then they can probably they can make a choice for themselves. You know what it is, right? They're afraid they're gonna go extinct out this bitch. This is just a flash in the pan. All this fucking shit is a fucking flash in the pan, bro. That's all the shit is a flash in the pan. My bad, I gotta put you on the screen. Boom, there we go. It's just a flash in the pan. I think they feel that way, and they think that their fucking cause is gonna go by the wayside in a few years. So they trying to fucking recruit as many people as possible, as many children as possible. Because like I said before, we too old. This shit is crazy. Advocating for kids that have fucking gender reassignment surgeries and taking hormone blockers and stuff like that. That's all we ask. Leave the kids alone. Do whatever you want to do. Uganda said, fuck that. You can't even do what you want to do. Don't come over this bitch if you're a fucking... Because you're getting locked all the way up. Your name Bill and you like Bill? Okay. 10 years.
Dang.
You touch a little boy, you dead. Uganda gonna hang you from a tree. Public hanging. I don't know how they do it over there in Uganda. I'm just assuming they got some Old Testament shit for you ready.
Man, they on their biblical, man, the Old Testament biblical stuff.
The shit is retarded, man. Like, I just don't understand, like, what people don't get. Like, yo, you in the greatest country in the world. Yeah, America got its faults, right? America's got its flaws and all that other shit, right? But guess what? You still can change your name to Tina and wear little tankies. You can walk around with your dick tucked between your legs and nobody fuck with you. You can chop your tits off and grow a fucking mustache. Nobody give a shit.
Mm-hmm. And doing all that might lead you to a spot in the White House.
Might lead you to a spot in the White House.
You might be fielding questions from everybody except the Africans.
You know what Uganda doing?
Mm-hmm.
Uganda's securing its future. That's what Uganda's doing. It's securing its future.
They need to ban them crazy TV shows. What they need to do.
I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Children ain't the future if y'all ain't fucking having babies. Ain't no future for these kids. Like, it's crazy, man. Like I said, they trying to grow little Cabbage Patch babies. And apparently Kenya on board with this shit too. Look at this from Al Jazeera. While Kenya and Uganda are cracking down on LGBTQ rights. Let's see what they got to say. I'm tired of all these fucking cookies things, man. This shit's annoying. Kenya and Uganda are moving to further curtail the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer people whose relationships are already deemed illegal in the conservative East African nations. After a session lasting nearly several hours, Ugandan lawmakers approved the Anti-Homosexuality Act on Tuesday, ordering harsh penalties for anyone who engages in the same-sex activity. It's crazy. While more than 30 African countries, including Uganda, already banned same-sex relationships. 30 African countries. So why are they just singling out Uganda? Because they just did it? 30 African countries. The new law passed appears to be the first to outlaw merely identifying as LGBTQ. Okay. Human Rights Watch, they said, well, I don't understand if the other ones ban same-sex relationships. I guess you just can't come out the closet in Uganda. If you come out the closet, they're gonna put you back in the closet. Come out the closet, go in the jail cell. In Kenya, a February ruling by the Supreme Court upheld verdicts by lower courts stating that the government could not lawfully refuse to register an organization calling itself the National Gay and Lesbian Human Rights Commission. But President William Ruto and many religious leaders and political pundits have been condemning the court's conclusion that the Constitution barred discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation. Look, you see how it is outside of America, right? You see how it is outside of America. They giving out big time for being LGBTQ.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They over here fucking marching, we shall overcome and stuff like that. Nobody over here give a fuck. Nobody cares. All those so-called bigots and xenophobes, or whatever the fuck y'all like to call them, they don't really exist like that. That's some shit y'all making up. That's a boogeyman y'all making up. It might be a few people, but that's about it. Nobody care. We just don't want you talking to the kids like that.
Mm-hmm. Leave the kids alone.
You know what I mean? Oh, little Johnny's going on a play date with Bill and John's son. Little boys don't go on fucking play dates.
They're gonna. Oh, sorry about that. I keep bumping the camera. Kanan, it's about to be a Haiti 2.0 with them characters. Uganda. You look at the comments over there with you see all the blue check marks with their little Ukraine flags in the bio. They ready to go attack Uganda. That's gonna be another proxy war right there.
Jabari said Hotep Khan Uganda Hotep Khan. Yo, this is what I'm saying. I don't give a nobody cares. Nobody cares you're gay. Nobody cares you want to wear a dress. Nobody cares you chop your shit off and then you decide to change your name and all this other shit. Nobody cares here. But stop forcing on everybody to accept it. That's all we asking. You don't see America making laws to ban this shit and put you in jail and put you in front of a firing squad to get you the fuck out of here? But you're sitting here cry about the laws that America got on the books or the lack thereof. Oh, we're fighting for social justice and change for all the queer and all. Like, no, you guys. It's not a fight. It's a fight you're making up. It's a fight you're making up. I'm sorry. You can disagree with me if you want. Meanwhile, 30 African nations said you can't do that shit here. Not to mention the Middle East. You can't do the shit that you do here in America nowhere else, including badmouth your president. Hell, we talk shit about Joe Biden all day. I ain't been locked up yet, at least not yet. You know what I mean? But I know I can't go do that shit in China. Can't go do that shit in North Korea. Hell, if I go try to fight for Ukraine, I might get beat up.
They won't let you off the bus, probably.
Right.
Remember when they was beating the people that were coming off the bus? Oh my goodness.
Women and children first, then the German shepherds, hamsters, and then the black people.
Yeah, the black people was last place in the Ukraine. It was whooping the heck out of them, they said. They only had one man, they were kicking him in the head up against the... But see, that didn't make the nightly news. That wasn't a part of the narrative.
Emmanuel says, Cannon, I think the people violently pushing the gay agenda aren't the gays, it's the white liberals. I agree. I agree with you, Emmanuel. I think you got a point there. You're right. But you do got some people in that community that are going just hard. Remember, what's his name? Bruno? Remember Bruno, the guy that ran the school that Project Veritas put on blast, the private school with for middle schoolers and high schoolers, they was bringing dildos and shit to class for the kids and teaching them about queer studies and shit. It's people like that. Yeah, he's a white liberal, but he's also, a part of that community. I know gay people that don't even agree with a lot of this shit. Like my aunt, she gay. I remember when she heard all these fucking letters. She's like, what the fuck is that? She's like, LGBT. She's like, I'm just gay. Like, why I gotta be all these letters? I was like, I don't know. She stopped going to Pride. She stopped going to gay Pride because she said that shit got weird. It wasn't what it was when it first started. And again, like I say all the time, do I agree with my aunt's lifestyle? No, I don't agree with it. Do I love my aunt? Unconditionally, yes. Do I respect my aunt? Yes, I do. Do I agree with her lifestyle and her decision? No, I don't. Does she know that? She does. Is she offended that her nephew doesn't agree with her lifestyle? No, she's not. Does she know that her nephew loves her to death? Yes, she does. See, two things can be true at the same time. However, Uganda said y'all gets no quarter over here. But that's the thing. I laugh at this shit because you see all the shit that's going on here in America. They want to be marching and doing all this stuff, which is your right to do. But look at the laws in these other countries and ask yourself, is America really that bad? Just saying. Anyway. What else is trending tonight? Vin Diesel. Why is Vin Diesel? I'm sorry, guys. They just need to stop making Fast and the Furious movies. Did you see this trailer for the new one?
No, I haven't seen the trailer. Wait, maybe, I don't know. They all look the same, so I might have forgotten if I've seen it or not. They've all gone so comic book crazy.
Bro, they jumped the shark like 5 movies ago. Is that fair to say?
No, you're right. It's crazy on those flash. The Onion made a skit. Did you see that skit that the Onion did?
No.
So the Onion had a little boy, a little kid come in, like a 5-year-old, and it was like, here comes the script writer for these Fast and Furious movies right now, and he was like, thank you, and he said, I got some new Fast and Furious movies on the way. They was like, it's written by little kids. It's just so much comic book stuff in it.
It is. It in turn, like Emmanuel says, every Fast and the Furious movie. Come on, bro. Moonfall was a good movie. You gonna stop clowning me on Moonfall? Moonfall was a good movie. God damn it. It was talking about the hollow moon theory and all that shit. God damn it, Emmanuel, man. Kid Gravity said Fast X. Dawn will go so fast he'll reverse the rotation of the Earth.
Funny the chat be funny as heck.
Jonah Ryan said, I heard Fast and the Furious was a great enterprise for Eric Holder.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Man. Yeah, Fast and the Furious. They're going to have a Fast and the Furious the beginning or some shit. And they're going to be running guns for Eric Holder to Mexico. Bro. But they had the one with Mr. Nobody from the CIA. Maybe that was, I don't know. Anyway, but like, they just jumped the shark. So now this one, his son has been kidnapped and they got to go save his son. Because you know how you be like, family is everything and all other bullshit. Like, it's just so dumb. I'm like, come on, yo. I can't do it. Like, it's they trying to make Vin Diesel a superhero.
Yeah, and like it's satirical, right? It's laughable because it's just too unrealistic. It's like fantasy level stuff. Like it did, because it didn't start off like that, but that
And I was cool when it transitioned.
It's transgressed into that, right?
But because
like the Marvel movies were hits, right? The Marvel movies was big hits, and the superheroes, so they just kind of incorporated that comic book atmosphere into the Fast and Furious series. Now the cars can jump over whole mountains and stuff like that. It's just like, what the heck?
What's up, Zinfinite 369? Yo, if y'all not following her, she do some real cool stuff on IG and Twitter. That's the homie right there. Also, she do readings and she do some holistic stuff. So go holler at her on Twitter and Instagram. Same name. Happy you stopped by though. But yeah, yo, I can't do it. Like the part. This is when I was ready to walk out the theater, and it was just the previews, and it almost made me walk out the theater. Right? They driving, and he in the Challenger. Right? He driving in the Challenger, and first off, I don't know what car gonna make 3,000 horsepower and just not fucking disintegrate itself. So then I guess the helicopters, they shoot these, the harpoon hooks into it or whatever, and then like it's pulling him off the ground and lifting the car up, and he hits the NOS. Never mind that the wheels aren't touching the fucking ground. Never mind the wheels aren't touching the ground. He hits the NOS button. All of a sudden, the fucking helicopters crash into each other. I said, "Oh my god, I can't do it. They just gotta stop. They just gotta stop." Dom. We need Fast and the Furious, Transformers, Dawn versus Optimus Prime.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Yo, I'm sorry, yo. Fast and Furious is horrible, bro. I'm sorry. Like, I used to like the franchise, and I was even cool with some of the campy stuff they were doing, some of the stuff when they jumped the shark. But this, I just can't. They just gotta stop. They gotta stop. I don't know who's clamoring for these movies anymore. I really don't. I don't even know how do you get. It's just I can't no more.
I guess it's like Emmanuel said though. You just want to see cars, explosions, and some TNA. People want escapism. If people want to go to the theater just to see turn their mind off and just look at a screen where things are blowing up and cars are going and racing around. Hey, that's the movie that you go check out. It's just like when we get to Idiocracy, we always go back to that one. But man, they had in that one, it's a guy passing gas that everyone went to go to the theater to check out. Because, they just want to turn their mind off for a little while.
Yeah, you're right. I guess that's true. Just some dumb entertainment, I guess.
Some harmless entertainment.
I'm trying to find this shit because I want.
And has it been agenda free though too? I mean, the Rock and Vin aren't shacking up, are they?
No, they're not shacking up. They're not
What's
shacking
his name?
up. It has
Tyrese.
been actually, honestly, it has been agenda free.
Tyrese and the Asian dude, they're not, getting it on.
It has been agenda free now that I think about it. I guess I can respect that, but
there you go. Some positivity to it.
It's still terrible. Like I'm done with it. So did you hear about Lindsay Lohan?
She was in the Love Bug remake. Yeah. What about her?
Not Lindsay Lohan. Jesus Christ. Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, she was out there running the streets naked because she probably had the same handler that freaking Paige and Ye had, taking them to the sunken place and doing stuff to their heads.
I'm trying to find this video now from Jamie Deluxe. We're gonna take it over to Rumble for a Rumble exclusive, guys. But yeah, they found her wandering the streets butt ass naked. First off,
sad.
I don't care what nobody said. I know she batshit, but Amanda Bynes is fine.
Is she?
I don't know if I wouldn't have mind seeing that. Amanda Bynes, yeah, she fine, yo. You ain't never see what she look like.
I couldn't tell her apart from Lindsay Lohan and none of the other ones.
Well, she's one of them Disney kids / Nickelodeon kids, right? So,
what was she in? iCarly or something like that?
She was in she was in the Amanda Bynes show, and she was on All That.
It was called Amanda Bynes Show?
Yeah, it was called The Amanda Show.
Okay.
I remember my sister used to watch that shit all the time. We was kids.
Yeah. She looked like who's that girl? Haley Joel Osment, whatever that other Haley is.
You said that she like Haley Joel Osment?
Someone like that. And what's her face? Hannah Montana. It's all the same person.
She was like the Hannah Montana.
It's all the same girl.
Nickelodeon back
they
then,
just using some
sorta.
different makeup on her.
I'm trying to find this shit. I can't find. Oh, you know what? Let me look here. Cause we're gonna go for Rumble exclusive. Let's see. I know they got his ass out of here at one point. Maybe he still has it up. What you say, Emmanuel? He said actually like 3 Fast and the Furious movies. What was they? The first 3? Harley Passenbeck went to university here in London. Oh shit. That's right. He is Canadian, right?
You said what?
Charlie Pasternak. Harley Pasternak. I'm sorry.
They look like all the other girls too. Is that a girl too?
Huh? No, Harley Pasternak was the so-called trainer for Lizzo and Kanye, the dude.
Yeah, that's the person that was. Did they have a? Did Jonah put in a trainer list for who all they were supposedly helping?
I don't know, but he's saying that Amanda Bynes, the way she was acting, she might have been one of them. Yo, they certify her 5150, yo. That's like, what was she wandering around? Her fiance tried to say she was off her meds.
MK Ultra, one of the first things that pop up when you type in Harley Pasternak. He was
serious?
an agent, wasn't he? Yeah. I'm sure he was an agent, though, is what they were talking about. Boy, that dude looked like he worked for the feds.
What is going on with this stuff? I hope I ain't trying to get no new graphics card already. I can't find this video. I know he got it on here somewhere. I'm gonna find it. So the reason why the video I'm looking for, right? So Dan Schneider, I think his name is Schneider's Bakery. What'd you say? He was a secret agent who worked on human behavior for. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he was the one. He was the agent that was working on human behavior for like he was like special forces and shit like that.
Oh, he trained. He's Brennan Fraser. Listen to these names.
Mm-hmm.
Brennan Fraser, right? And what they do to Brennan Fraser? Brennan Fraser came out and said that they was doing things to him.
Yep.
Common. Common.
Really?
Yeah. And look out, Jessica Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of makes sense. Seth Rogen.
Probably.
Ella or the Paige. Amanda Seyfried. Amy Schumer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more. And so that's Megan Fox. Look at that. That's crazy. There's definitely some handler stuff going on.
I think I found one of them. We'll click on this real quick. See if I pull up anything else. Cause he had like a whole series on this shit, and I know Amanda Bynes was one of the joints. But them shits is hard to find now. I don't know what the hell going on.
Bono? Was Bono a part of it too?
Bono? Probably.
Damn.
This dude, he been getting married by that fucking that
the Eyes Wide Shut
cocktail, yeah, the Eyes Wide Shut cocktail. Holy shit.
Take you to this get out sunken place.
Yeah, bro. That's what it seemed like. Reels. What the fuck Facebook start doing reels? That's right, because they. Let me see. Posts. I don't know. He might have purged that shit. That's all right. We're gonna watch this one joint. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go talk some more about this whole Amanda Bynes / Nickelodeon / child, the shit they was doing to these kids in Nickelodeon, yo. We're gonna go over to Rumble for a Rumble exclusive. That's all I'm gonna say it like that. So I'm about to put the link. I'm about to put the link to the to Rumble in the description. You know, I can't say certain shit. Can't say certain shit.
Yeah.
Where is that? Boom. Here we go. All right, I just put it in the chat, and I'm gonna drop it in the description as well. Go. All right, so it's in the description and it's in the chat, guys. Head over to Rumble. We're gonna talk this stuff. We're gonna look at this video, and so everybody can get pissed off and try to figure out why this guy. And if you don't know who this guy is, when you see what he looks like, then you'll understand who he is. Right? Because a lot of people didn't realize he was the one that made all the shows on Nickelodeon essentially. So like at the end of the shows, you would see it says Schneider's Bakery. That was the company that he had, that he would make these shows for Nickelodeon. And yeah. So, anyway. Head over to Rumble, guys. Head on over to Rumble. This is it for YouTube. Until next time, it's Ken and Hotep saying, be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. See you over on Rumble, y'all.
Relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and